This morning, I'm dealing with a reality that so many of us have to deal with every day, and that is bad news. I'm sitting here thinking about just the other day, one of those individuals, one of our sisters and brothers, for some strange reason, was a result of people who did not understand love and compassion, people who were very evil people. They were taught by evil people, and they continued passing that evilness down. And we as Americans have finally run across an individual who is a result of that evil training. Now, he's not the only one. The nation is filled with people who had that evil training. You see, they were those who were descendants or those who carried forward the enslavement of other human beings. That's evil, see, and a lot of people were taught that evil. All across the globe, people were taught that evil, that you can oppress other people, take away their rights, and make them animals or anything you want them to be. They were taught that. That was evil. They were taught that, ladies and gentlemen. Now there were others who were taught that to do that is evil. They were taught that it is evil to enslave people. They believed that people should be free. They were taught that. And so as time passed, you know what happened. We still have that amongst us, that attitude amongst us. We've tried to change and make certain laws that would apply to eliminate some of the things that some of us have grown up and say, well, I wouldn't want that done to me, so let's get rid of it. So they passed laws, but they didn't change hearts. And what we have in America today is an individual who is who benefited from this to the highest degree, and he represents those in this nation who have that same spirit, that same consciousness, that same hate, that same bigotry, that same racism, that same violence, because it was taught to them. That is a result of walking away from the divine plan of God. That's just a reality. But most folks don't even know anything about that. They just think this is right. People who take the opposite view, they sit there in this nation every day talking about what the ugliest things have been said. Who said the ugliest things? I mean, that information is like day and night. 24 hours, you get day and night, but you got it all. And over again. They have not learned how important it is to carry forward the message that you want heard, the message that you want out amongst the people. You cannot say, and this is something I think is really despicable, to say what the evil voice spoke today and then turn around and say, but this is what the rest of us say today. Well, you tell us, what do we say today? We say that we're out there making jobs. We're out there doing good things. We're out there trying to make you get better pay. All of these things you say you're out there doing. But as I sit and I listen to that, I know nothing has gotten better for me. There's nothing. It's just required that you got money to do things in this nation. There's no additional money in my pocket. In fact, my Medicare increased, meant my Social Security decreased, and nothing has happened that benefit me in any way up. So how am I to go your way or to go the other way? I want to go the best way. And since I want to go the best way, what is the best way? The best way is the way that works for me just like I want it to work, where my problems are answered. And since that's the best way for me, I'm sure that's the best way for you. The way that works for you and your problems are answered. Now, all of us want that. And we have the resources. And since all of us want that, how the heck can all of us get that? We got to come together and put our heads together and be channeled by a spirit. Not a spirit of division. Not a spirit of all that stuff we've been taught. We have to look for a new spirit. A spirit that would allow each of us to achieve those goals, those ambitions, those uniqueness, those personal dreams. We need a vision that would allow each of us to experience that. And all, it's so simple, is that when we settle down and realize who we are, where we're from, and our purpose, the answer lies right before us. It is we, the people, who have the power. I mean, all of it. Led by the right spirit. Because what we do is engage ourselves in the things that we love doing. And thereby, my friends, we fit a mold, we fit a pattern that allows everything to unfold in its greatest beauty. Your prayers are answered. Every day, you are engaging in living your greatest dream. And your living your greatest dream is connected in such a magnificent way that we're living as in heaven on earth. And we don't have to worry. We don't talk about that ugly stuff, lying and cheating and stealing and killing and terror and racism and hatred and bigotry, and war. None of that. Why? Because we don't have time for that. Why? Because we're living. We're living so that we know what life is. And here, my friends, here's this great thing. We as Americans, we as individuals first, we as Americans and we as people, as human beings, make the decision. Nobody, no power is going to force this decision on us. We will have to make that decision. And in making that decision, it tells everybody, all of us, that something has happened, that there's a change that has taken place, that we're not walking to the dictates of some other's drama, but we're walking to the dictates of that which is in us that gives us our greatest. And that is because now our hearts have changed. We have a heart, a pure heart that allows us to look and see ourselves and everybody else. Golly, I'm talking some good stuff today. And makes us want to be the best that we can be at all times before we get that back. So ladies and gentlemen, I think we should stop talking about this ugliest stuff. We got it going on. Let the courts take care of it. And there's other stuff, this ugliness, this continuation of talking about these threats and stuff like that. Ignore that stuff. What I mean by ignore it is don't spread it. And talk about the new life. The ones that I'm talking to you about today. Talk about that. Talk about broadening that, spreading that. Allow your imagination to come into that and send it, ooh. And watch it. Come on. Just think about it. Maybe try it, huh? Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.